What's happening, guys? So I just wanted to make a quick video and talk about a product called Easy Drummer 2. It's made by a company named Toontrack, and they do like Superior Drummer and Easy Bass and a bunch of other awesome programs that are designed for people beginner to advanced. Obviously, Easy Drummer is exactly what it says it is. It's easy, and Superior Drummer is a little more advanced to where you can do very detailed drum programming and MIDI editing and all that, to where Easy Drummer is just going to be more drum loop based, to where you're going to have a couple measured drum loop, and you just mix them all together until you have a full song's worth of drums. And it's pretty cool. I've had it for about a year now, and I use it for all my stuff as far as writing riffs and songs, and my demos for all my reviews and stuff. And I just wanted to go over a few things in case a couple people are still out there using like tracks on YouTube or whatever to play some guitar along with, when you can easily go and buy Easy Drummer 2, and you have a lot of stuff at the tips of your fingers that you can come up with and be very creative with. So I just wanted to talk about a few things. So when you buy it right off the bat, you're going to have this basic modern kit, which doesn't sound too bad. And you're not going to see this drop down menu here, but it's going to come with a bunch of different kits, like an 80s style kit, disco, pop, dry rock, metal. We'll show you the stock metal kit. This has more of that clicky trigger sounding kick. And what's really cool is you can change all different types of different snares. Like this is a Vinnie Paul sounding snare, which is really cool. So each drum has its own drop down arrow, which you can change the sound of each individual drum and or cymbal. You can control pitch, you can control each individual volume, which I thought was really cool. And then you can also buy like expansion packs. And an expansion pack's going to be like a different drum set. They have every genre's worth of expansion packs, as far as blues, jazz, metal, pop, rock, ballad. There's a ton of different metal ones. Progressive rock, progressive metal, all those different types of style drum kits. And that's going to give you, like I bought a metal one, which is going to look like this. It is basically just going to change the scenery up, which is really cool. And this one sounds amazing. Just has that nice punchy kick with the nice low end punch with the high end trigger sound. Like when I used to mix bands at the live venue, I used to love doing a little bit of mixture of like a low end, like a 52 or like a 91 or triggers, or the D112 was a pretty good microphone. And I used to just love doing a mixture of that low end thud with the high end clicky sound. So this kit really has that cool sound, and I really love it. So I bought this one, but there's a ton of other ones. So if you don't like the sound of this one directly, you can go on Toontrack and sample all the other different sets they have. So that's pretty cool. And again, you can pick each individual different. You can change the sound of the snare. You can pitch up, pitch down, change the volume. Another cool feature is you have this mixer, they call it. And it's just going to control your kick, snare, tom, hi-hat, all your different levels. You're going to have your room microphones, your overheads, reverb, all that. You can control the bleed and the overheads. You can get rid of the ambience mic, which would be your room mics. And I did notice, obviously, if you don't have your room mics, it's going to give you more of a faker drum sound, to where having the room mics in there really livens it up a little bit and gives you that more real of a, sounds like a real drum set rather than sounding like straight up drum samples, which obviously that's what they are, but you can get a real nice drum sound out of them, especially with changing, right here you can change the velocity, so you're not going to have that straight same hit every time the sample hits that drum. It's not going to be the same triggery sounding hit. So that's another thing that will make it sound a lot more real and less fake, which I think is really cool. You get like a tambourine, a shaker, a clap, And then you can download a thing called Groove Packs, which is just different drum loops. So it'll just be a couple measures worth of a drum beat, and you can get them from like Toontrack or Get Good Drums. You can use their MIDI packs that they sell, which is just going to be a bunch of different drum beats. Get Good Drums will work with Easy Drummer, and I'm not sure if it's vice versa or not, but I came across a couple of drum beats from Get Good Drums that on the Easy Drummer kit, there's a couple weird hits here and there just because obviously it's a different drum set and everything's positioned a little bit differently. But overall, no really problems there at all. But, you know, you can do different genres. A lot of this is what comes with the Easy Drummer 2 when you buy it. Like jazz, funk, you can just basically select your genre and it's going to narrow it down for you. So whatever you're playing, you can pick drum beats in that exact genre. So, and then obviously, like I have a bunch of metal ones here. This one I believe is Matt from Periphery. Like he has his pack, which you can tell right off the bat it's his just by the beats. But it sounds so good in the mix. It's full stereo, so your cymbal hits are in different speakers and everything's panned correctly, and it just sounds amazing. I really like it. Get Good has a couple of different hardcore ones. Get Good also has a couple free groove packs too, which is pretty cool if you can't afford. I believe their groove packs are only like $20 or $30, so they're really not that bad. Toontrack stuff's a little more expensive, but it's well worth it in my opinion. I believe the Matte Periphery groove pack was like $29. And when I say groove pack, I mean it's just like a bunch of different drum loops. So, and obviously you can do fills, different fills. You can do different BPMs. You can change your tempo down here, which is really cool. You can click this button, which is going to make it be the tempo that it says it is here. Otherwise, you can customize it to make your own tempo, which is pretty cool. So if there's a beat that's not the exact tempo you want it to be in, you can always disable that and change it yourself. You get a click track, which is obviously going to follow the tempo of whatever you have it in. Another cool feature that I really like is tap define. So if you have an idea in your head of a drum beat you're looking for, you come over here, set your tempo to whatever you want it to be, and you can be like, show results, and it's going to go through all the libraries you have, and it's going to find the closest match to that beat that you're looking for. It might be in a different tempo, but you can just change that. Perfect. Basically perfect match to what I played, which is really, really cool. I thought that's awesome feature for sure. It kind of helps you out a lot. And then when you do find your tracks and you're trying to build the song, you're just going to drag it down here, and whatever order you want the beats to be in, that's what it's going to play. So obviously we'll speed it up a little bit. Like I said, and as you drag it, whatever order you put it in, you can build your whole song off of that. They also have a thing called Song Creator, which you would drop your file into here, and it's going to come up with a bunch of different intros, verses, choruses, pre-choruses, bridge. This is going to help you build the song, basically. It's going to give you a bunch of different options. So you can drag, like, that's kind of a long one. You can drag that in there. You can drag that in there, drag that. It's basically just going to help you build a song. If you're having trouble and you really can't come up with a variation of where you want it to go, it's basically just going to help you. And then once you build your song down in the timeline here, you're not going to see this menu. For some reason, it's not showing. This brings up another cool feature. Is you can click each loop, and it's going to show you what drums are being used in that loop, and you can change where your power hand is. You can have your power hand be over here rather than right there. So I thought that was really cool too. Let's exit out of that. And then once you're done, you can export your song. You're not going to see these drop down menus for some reason. I'm new to this whole like OBS Streamlabs thing, so I don't really know what's going on. And then you would export your song into a MIDI or WAV file, and then it's a full stereo WAV file, and then you can load it into your DAW, and boom, you have a drum track. And sometimes I like to make a drum track first, and then kind of come up with riffs in my head. And I feel like sometimes it's easier to make a drum track and then write a riff to the drum track rather than writing a riff and trying to find a drum track that will fit it. And you kind of struggle there because there's probably never going to be an exact. There will be, but it'll be rare where there'll be an exact drum beat that you're looking for unless it's really simple or something. Like I said, Easy Drummer 2's a little simpler to use. Just kind of helps you come up with ideas, and you can write full production songs out of it. I've written some pretty good songs with it, and they sound great. They sound great in my car. It sounds like a really good mix. Just because I have some experience, but I'm not no master at it. But I think Easy Drummer 2 is a great product. It's really good for beginners all the way to intermediate and advanced people. It just really helps you if you're sitting in your room studio, or even if you have a decent sized studio. This kind of helps you if you're alone and have no drummer. Come up with beats. Another cool feature is you can link this up with your electric drum kit. So when you hit your drum, your drum kit, your electric drum kit, it will trigger all the different separate drums. So I thought that was really cool too. And then you can record your drum beat that you're playing on your electric kit. You can record it, and it will record it down here in the timeline and show all your different MIDI hits and everything like that. So I thought that was a really, really awesome feature if you know how to play drums. And obviously this is your master volume. There's undo, copy. There's all the features that you would have in a timeline for editing and doing all that. You can change your velocity, like I said. So that's going to make it sound more real. You have your full mixer. That's going to give you control of everything, ambience, your room mic, and all that. It's just a really cool product for people that are just looking to play some drums or have some drum tracks at the fingertips, and kind of just help you come up with some riffs if you're having trouble. And then, even if you have a drummer in your band, you can be like, hey, I wrote this riff with this drum beat, play something similar, or let them come up with their own thing, unless you're the dominant guy in your band. But I don't even get into that stuff. That's why I play by myself here, and then you can just do whatever you want. It's just so much easier when you're in control of everything. But Easy Drummer 2 by Toontrack. Great product in my eyes. I'm sure they'll be coming out with a 3 soon. And like I said, if you want to get into more detail, you can get Superior Drums. And that allows you to just program endless amounts of drum tracks. And you get into way more fine detail. But quick little video here. I'm going to end it here, keep it a little short. I do have a 7-string review coming up this week too. And like I said in my previous video, I have another headless guitar on the way. And we'll do a couple of reviews on that. But I wanted to mix it up and just do a little software review here. And supposed to get a bunch of snow, so I'll spend the next couple of days shoveling and snow blowing. And make sure you guys stay safe as well. So we'll talk to you guys later.